Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. We start on the daily time frame, where Bitcoin is still consolidating below the breakout point, under this red horizontal resistance line. As discussed yesterday, this key resistance is around $71,750. These previous swing highs need to be broken for a more substantial breakout. After that, the next significant resistance is around $73,870 before Bitcoin can aim for a new all-time high. We are still looking at a bullish trend continuation overall, with an ideal target range of $85,000 to $90,000. Further extensions are always possible, but we'd like to see the price eventually reach this range. The question is whether this will happen directly or after one more dip. I cannot rule out the possibility of the price visiting the support region once more. If that happens, most people should look forward to it. Many who wanted to buy haven't done so yet, and others still want to accumulate more. This might be the last chance in the bull market to accumulate at these prices if it happens. However, it will take some signals to confirm that we're heading into that main support area, which has been really stable over the past few months and has been good for accumulation. I'm not entirely convinced by the structure of the current move up, so it's a bit like a coin flip at the moment, whether we get into this support region again or not. I'm not working purely based on probabilities because they are very balanced here. It's more about the levels. If support levels on the 1-hour chart hold, the focus remains on moving higher. A break below these support levels might signal an opportunity to accumulate more in this support region. The breakout point to the upside is clear. On the 1-hour chart, I'll outline which support level needs to break to confirm that we're most likely heading back to the main support area. This support region is crucial, and the bottom line is that as long as we're holding above or within this larger support region, the focus remains on moving higher. We expect prices to reach $85,000 to $90,000. Before diving into the micro patterns, a quick note. I'll be analyzing a specific cryptocurrency exclusively on X, formerly Twitter, this coming weekend. You can visit our X profile to vote on which cryptocurrency you'd like to see analyzed. Currently, HBAR and Injective are leading, with FTM also in the running. Last weekend, I analyzed CKB, and the weekend before that, SHIB. Ensure you're using the correct link to follow us and access additional content. Now, let's look at the microstructures of Bitcoin. The idea remains largely unchanged from yesterday. Bitcoin is consolidating at a high level, and the movement doesn't look impulsive to the downside. While some might count it as a 5-wave move down, I'm skeptical because it looks too choppy. I'm considering two scenarios. In the white count, which is our short-term bearish scenario, this could be a B-wave rally. Here, we might revisit the main support zone, potentially targeting around $55,400. However, a break below the support zone is necessary to confirm this bearish move. Even in the current uptrend, there's room for one or two more highs, allowing for a deeper pullback. For the yellow wave count, we're looking for trend continuation higher. It takes a break below this support zone to indicate a more bearish development, like the white count scenario. This wouldn't be overall bearish, but rather another dip within a bullish trend. We could be seeing an ABC structure to the upside, with the C wave possibly finished or nearing another high. In the yellow count, we have a wave 1 and wave 2. I'm not convinced that the third wave is already over, as I mentioned yesterday. The extent of this pullback could already be wave 4, with another wave 5 to come. However, the third wave seems too short to me, so I'm exploring alternatives. It could be that the third wave isn't finished, and this is only the A wave of the third wave. This wouldn't make a significant difference, but I'm currently tracking these microstructures closely. The extent of this pullback at least makes this scenario likely. It appears that a more extended correction is unfolding here, and I've labeled it as either a WXY or a wider flat correction. In the WXY scenario, we have a wave W, an X wave, and this could be the Y wave down. This suggests we could see one more low in wave C, which would need to be confirmed with a break below $68,610. Alternatively, in the wider flat correction scenario, the B wave could be more extended before we see wave C down. The bottom line is that as long as we don't break below $64,360, I'm looking for overall upside continuation. However, below $65,740, things could get difficult for the bulls. Even in a wave 4 or a diagonal, I typically don't want to see it break below the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. A break above standard resistance would be a positive signal that the low is in. It's also possible that a descending wedge is forming, which tends to break to the upside. Pay attention to that pattern. If we get a breakout, we might test the resistance area. A break above resistance could target the next upside Fibonacci retracement levels, preferably between $73,816 and $76,465. The roadmap will depend on the structure and extent of this wave 4. If it's confirmed as wave 4, it should likely extend into next week. However, if we break out directly, it could be a subwave within an unfolding third wave. That's my update on Bitcoin. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Consider checking out the channel membership for more content. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional updates. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Spot Bitcoin ETF decision. Is it going to get approved or not? The speculation alone has caused Ethereum to jump from $3,570 to $3,835, marking a 25% increase. This optimism has spread across the altcoin market as Ethereum's movements often lead the way for other cryptocurrencies. If the spot Ethereum ETF gets approved, it could signal that Ethereum won't be classified as a security by the SEC, potentially halting regulatory pressures and opening the door for ETFs on other tokens. This event is crucial for the entire crypto market and could lead to significant price movements. Remember, even if the ETF is denied today, it could still be approved in the future. The crypto market is already seeing increased activity, with the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum rising, indicating a renewed interest in altcoins. Bitcoin dominance has slightly decreased due to this altcoin optimism, but it's still historically high. Investors should prepare for possible scenarios. A short-term pump if the ETF is approved, but be cautious with leverage as the market is highly volatile. Most people using high leverage may get liquidated due to sudden price swings, even if their directional bets are correct in the long term. Watch for open interest in Ethereum, which is at an all-time high, signaling potential big moves but also increased risk. Finally, if the ETF is approved, don't expect immediate market effects. It may take a few weeks for actual trading to begin, similar to previous Bitcoin ETF approvals. Analysts predict a possible 75% rise in Ethereum's price if the ETF is approved, which could also lead to significant gains in altcoins. Stay tuned for updates and be prepared for an exciting and volatile market period ahead. Coming back into the market, we could see a significant reallocation of capital into altcoins if the spot Ethereum ETF gets approved. Bitcoin dominance has seen a slight decline due to this renewed interest in Ethereum and other altcoins, but it remains at historically high levels. If the spot Ethereum ETF is approved, it will likely lead to a substantial market reaction. The approval could act as a catalyst, driving not only Ethereum's price higher, but also lifting the entire altcoin market. This could potentially shift the market dynamics, reducing Bitcoin's dominance as more capital flows into altcoins. It's important to note that the approval process could take some time even after a positive decision is made. Historically, after an ETF is approved, it can take a few days to weeks before trading begins. For Bitcoin, it took about 2 days, but for Ethereum, it might take a bit longer. As we wait for the decision, be cautious with leverage trading. The market is highly leveraged, and significant price swings could lead to liquidations even if you're correct about the overall direction. The key is to manage risk carefully and be prepared for volatility. In summary, within the next 12 hours, we will have a clearer picture of whether the spot Ethereum ETF gets approved. This decision has the potential to reshape the crypto market, boosting Ethereum and altcoin prices, and possibly leading to further ETF approvals for other cryptocurrencies in the future. Stay tuned for updates and be ready for an exciting and potentially volatile market period ahead. Coming back into the market if the spot Ethereum ETF gets approved, then Bitcoin dominance being this high means there's a lot of potential for money to flood into altcoins. We've prepared by investing in good coins that have low market caps and aren't heavily influenced by VCs. However, we need to be cautious with these investments. Don't underestimate the long-term effects of the spot Ethereum ETF, but also don't overestimate the short-term impact. If the ETF is approved, we might see a significant pump because many people still expect it to be denied. The open interest for Ethereum is at an all-time high, with $16 billion in leveraged positions, mostly long. This high leverage can cause extreme price swings, which is why most traders might get wrecked if they're not careful with leverage. Even if you're correct about the direction of Ethereum in the long term, using too much leverage can result in liquidation during short-term volatility. Avoid high leverage, like 50x or 100x, because even a small pullback can wipe out your position before the market moves in your favor. Traditional markets are also performing well, near all-time highs, adding to the positive sentiment. We're in for a very interesting and volatile few hours. Remember, if the ETF is approved today, it doesn't mean it will start trading immediately. It might take a few weeks, similar to the Bitcoin ETF. For Bitcoin, it took about 2 days